It's brand new, man. It's rolled out. It's like dropping why not? Cause yesterday I got whooped by 2 people using it, so my finger was starting to blister a bit, so. Champion. We're champions. No.
Hey, Jimmy.
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you? Well, one day before you go,
I'll see you.
We'll have to have you over. We'll get that smoked dinner.
I'll be seeing you here. I'm still here. Hello again, everybody, live from Robert Eddy's Lightning Strikes Bowl in Fort Myers, Florida. We'd like to welcome all of you to week 35 of the Oaks Farms Premier League, an unbelievable league with $20,000 added by the owners of Oaks Farms. This is a great competitive league. Southwest Florida's greatest stars are in this league, led by David Stouffer, who in the last 3 months has won a Florida Bowlers Tour, the Eddie's Foods Open, and last week winning the Proprietors Championship here in Southwest Florida for the 7th time, the first bowler in history to win it back-to-back. Stouffer bowling tonight with the Seed to Table team with Mike Alshire and Lee Rathjen, and that's who he beat Sunday for the title, Lee Rathjen, in the title match. Stouffer about 14,000 in tournament winnings the last 3 months. But we have a great field: John Rakoski, Evan Baranecki, Lee Rathjen, and of course Alshire, who led the nation in average 5 years ago, Mark Pulaski Jr. And if you'll notice, out on the lanes, you'll see banners for the Florida Scratch Bowlers Tour that's going to be here Saturday. I had Corey Hausman in with me last night. Corey drove 270 miles yesterday, one way, to come in here and hang the banners up of all his champions. And there's Stouffer, who won their Masters, and if you look at Garcia, and if you look down the line, Christian Escona on 17 and 18, who made the finals in the Masters this year, one of the champions of this event. And if you go down and look at some of the banners, you'll see some great names of great bowlers. Matt Rubin, who won here, and of course Michael Coffey. And if you really go down the line and look, Sean Wilcox, and the name Walter Ray Williams Jr. has also won one of Corey's events. Corey was in the booth with me last night, a wonderful young man. His dad, a four-time regional champion, Russ, who won 3 regionals in a row. I've never heard of that. Been around a little bit. So they're a bowling family, and I'm so happy that Corey will be here for Saturday's event. We do have a sweeper Friday night. It's $40. It starts at 7 o'clock. You can bowl on the tournament pattern Friday night. Tournament starts at 12 noon Saturday. It's 8 games of qualifying. Hey, Bill, can I get a top 12? And I'm going to show you folks the league standings. The 8-game qualifier starts at 12 Saturday. And then after 8 games, we cut to the top 5 in a stepladder. So we're going to be on the air quite a few hours on Saturday. We will be on the air Friday night for the 4-game sweeper. Dusty Barna on, Ken Lowe. Welcome aboard. Now the 12 teams right now that if the league were to end tonight, that are in the roll-off 2 weeks from tonight. RG Strike Line with 504 points year to date. Seed to Table with 484. Keep in mind, they're bowling for 48 points the next 2 weeks. 24 tonight, 24 next week, which is a position round night. But right now, Seed to Table, 20 points out of first. Bowlers with Attitudes at 476, about 28 out. Back to My Roots at 474, about 30 out. Audio Fort Myers, 462. Team 12 right now, Lightning Strikes at 420. But behind them, Wings and Rings, Hooters, Eggland's Deli, Diamond Security, Tick Transport, Charles Irrigation, Thunder Dogs, all within 12 points of the 12th spot. So it is going to be a dogfight in next week's position round. And we will, I got rid of the beard and the mustache because Freddie Engel's looking at me clean shaven. I tried it, it looked ugly. So we got rid of that. But what a dogfight it's going to be next week in the position round. Now let's look at the second 18-week standings for the year. Hooters leading, Team Brunswick right behind them. Bowlers with Attitudes 3 out. Audio Fort Myers 8.5 out. Keep in mind they bowl for 48 points. So, you know, let's just say, for instance, RG Strike Line went 48-0. They go to 263. Well, Hooters would have to win 34 of the next 48 to beat them. So when you look at that, you realize that with 2 weeks, 48 points, I would say, with all reason, RG Strike Line and up might be still in the hunt. They probably have to go 48-0, 47-1, something along those lines, but they'd have to do a lot of winning. Let's check out the concourse cam. As you can see, boulders coming in, filling up the center. We'll give you a little tilt here of the action. People getting ready for week 35 of this great league. Lightning Strikes looking beautiful. The remodel just wonderful. And we're so happy. No notifications. I sent mine out, Cooper. I sent notifications out like I always do. I don't know why we're not getting them, but I did send them out. Sorry. And it had Northwest Boulders on there. So I did send them out. I don't know why they don't go out. I'm not that smart with computers. Take my word for it. But I did send it out to everybody. So hopefully some of you will get them. Again, thanking you for joining us, everyone. Competition will start at 7 this evening. And, of course, the Florida Bowlers Tour here at noon Saturday and 6:30 Friday night for the 4-game sweeper. 11:30 Saturday, the start of our live stream. So 6:30 Friday night, 11:30 Saturday, we will be on the air with all of you. House filling up, getting ready for week 35. Keep in mind, this league ended in August. There was a week off, and it started in August. So we have literally been live streaming this league all but 1 week since the middle of June of 2020. All but 1 week since the middle of June 2020. So we've live streamed every Wednesday, 10.5 months. Unbelievable. Oh, I'm ready for some rest, Doug. Renee Waddell on. Ryan Waddell bowling very well this weekend in the Proprietors event, finishing 15th. That's an accomplishment. Renee, I won that tournament 20 years ago in Englewood. That's when I could still bowl. And I was 51 instead of 71. And a cherished win of mine, I might add. Very strong field that day. I beat John Huff, who made the finals this past weekend. The great Huffer, still tough. Tough Huff, if you will. And just watching the bowlers come in here as we get ready for tonight's action. I might have to leave the booth for one moment to see my friend Joe Smith, who's been working on my bus. I'm looking for him. I haven't seen him yet, but I want to talk to him about the next time he's coming over. And we're ready to roll. Keep in mind, Lightning Strikes Bowl Fort Myers on YouTube, Lightning Stream, and EBA Pro Shop on Facebook. EBA Pro Shop and Lightning Stream on Facebook. Lightning Strikes Bowl Fort Myers on YouTube are the 4 infos I have here. And I can see the viewers. Curtis family on. Chris Robeson, hello. Thank you all for joining us for week 35. Unbelievable. Where did time go? Getting ready for my trip up to New England. Today got the car ready to be towed. Tomorrow we get the wiring done for the headlights and parking lights, and then I can hook that up behind the bus. And getting ready for my my fun this summer. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Show you our cameras tonight. There's the split screens. Our banner's up. Again, I want to thank Corey Hausman for driving 550 miles yesterday to hang banners. How's that one, folks? Could have done it Saturday morning or tomorrow or Friday night. Came in here yesterday. Wanted to meet us, sat with me in the booth. Fine young man. Great promoter. And we are extremely honored to have the Florida Scratch Bowlers Tour here with us this weekend. Big action Saturday, 8 games of qualifying, 5 bowler step ladder. We are expecting 100 entries. There's $1,500 added to the prize fund. So another big day here at Lightning this Saturday in our monthly scratch event. Corey will have 4 events in our facility starting this Saturday. Every 3 months he will be back. Bill Purcell on. I do coach, Bill. I just got a spec go. I'm going to be doing some coaching this summer. I coached in 2014 and 2018, hey Rob, and then I stopped, and now I'm going to be doing some coaching again up in New England, in Providence, Rhode Island, Hartford, hopefully Albany, Newington, Connecticut at the Callahan's Bowlerama, Lang's Bowlerama, Barn Bowl and Bistro on Martha's Vineyard. I can't wait for that one. That's more of a vacation. But looking forward to a nice summer. Joe Panko on, Matt Rizzo on, good evening. Joe Panko, I do not coach right-handers, only lefties. You asked for that, Joe. You know, if you put a left-hander in the mirror, they're right-handed, so remember that, Joe. Nice bowling this weekend, Ryan, past weekend. Very good. Was that your first finals in the proprietors? Your first proprietors, very nice. I won it 20 years ago. When I was still young, I won it in Englewood. I beat John Huff, who made it again this weekend.
I won him in match play. He beat me by 2 minutes.
He beat you by, he's still a good bowler. Middle 50s, he's still tough. Talking to Ryan Waddell here, Renee. I'm talking to your son. Did you enjoy yourself, Ryan? Come on up here. Your mother wants to see what you look like. Come on in here. I got my friend Ryan sitting with me. And so you finished 15th in your first proprietors. Pretty cool.
It wasn't too bad. It was fun.
Were you a little nervous?
No, not really.
No, you felt all right?
Yeah, it was
confident
fun.
when you got there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Were you amazed at some of the skill level in there? I'm sure some pretty good bowlers.
Oh, yeah.
They're a pretty strong field there, very strong field.
I knew most of the guys around.
You knew
so,
most
yeah.
of them. Did you win any games?
What, match play?
Yeah.
I won 2 games of match play.
So you were 2 and 4. You bowled
Yeah.
6, right?
Yep.
Did you shoot plus for the 6 games? I heard they were pretty tough.
No, for match play, I ended up shooting like minus 15.
They were tough, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what'd you shoot qualifying?
I was plus 96
For 8.
Yeah.
That's good bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah, crossing the house.
Yeah. After 5, I was plus 117, and then I dropped down a little bit.
That's very good, though. So that was your first one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's not that easy, that first one, especially
No,
8 games
they put-
on the burn, a lot of transition.
They put out a pretty hard shot, too.
I'm glad. Then you know you bowled good.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't steal on that stuff.
No.
You shoot
not at
100
all.
over, crossing pairs and burning in game 7 and 8, you know,
Yeah.
and you stay close, couple of 190s. Those are good games in game 7 and 8.
Yep.
Instead of 140, 150 to blow out completely,
Oh, yeah.
which is very easy on that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know,
No kidding.
a couple of washouts, couple of 2-8-10s, a baby split or 2, and the next thing you got 140.
Before
Doesn't
you
take
even know
much.
it.
Anyways, I wanted your mother to see you
Yeah.
because she's always on.
Of course.
Now, Renee, I'm charging you for this interview. I'm charging her $100 a word. Your friend's laughing. Renee, you owe a bundle. All right, kid, go ahead. I'll
All right.
talk to you.
Have a good one.
All right. That was for you, Renee. Nice young man, huh? I like the kids. He's a good kid, too. Very polite. Nice kid. Nice to have him bowling well. I like when the kids bowl well and get congratulated. They all feel good. All right, I got to go out a minute. You're going to see me enter this camera. I'm going to go talk to Joe Smith, so bear with me. Okay, we're back. I had to see my friend Joe Smith, who's a diesel mechanic, and he's helping me a little bit with my bus. And
Okay, Oaks Farms, before we get started, I got an award to give out.
oh, we got an award. Danny Hyam handing out an award. Let's see what he's doing over there.
Jordan Frazier for an 800.
Hey, how about that? There's Big Jordy coming into the picture now. Jordan, his first 800, his first year in men's leagues. There's Big Jordy. Check him out. Shot 800. He was so pumped that night. Great to see Jordan
Okay, just a reminder too.
get an 800 award. Very nice.
May 8th is our annual meeting, so I'm bringing that up. It's open to everybody.
You're right, Joe. Ryan is wonderful.
Bobby, Ryan,
And Renee's wonderful, and so's her husband. Wonderful people. I'm glad our live stream made us friends,
we have a thank you.
and
Thank you.
he's a good kid. That's why I bring him into the booth every once in a while. Just to let Renee know that if I miss him on camera here and there, I try to get him in the booth, because he's a heck of a bowler. I'll tell you, he's had a good year. He's had a 300 in the Florida State a few years ago, 300 about 3 weeks ago, made the final in the proprietors, and believe me, that's a sport shot. That's not a house shot when they put that out. He bowled very well. Should be proud of himself. And Lisa Michelle's on. Yes, I am, Lisa. Yes, let me see. Lisa's trying to find me too. Let me answer her real quick here. looks like for some reason people didn't get the sends, and I don't know why. That bothers me. It says send and share. I'm sending and sharing, and nothing's happening, so that's crazy, but not much I can do. Cooper was on to that one. But we do have a lot of friends on. Oh, there's Lisa Michelle. She's on now. I just had to answer Lisa. House Brown bowling 300 last week. Lisa loving that. Sent him a little gift last night.
Don't forget to get on goal this evening.
And we got a nice group coming on. Starting to get up there with views now.
You can only have rostered subs.
Week 35. Unbelievable.
We turn the leads off here. 10 minutes practice.
All right, it's practice time here in Southwest Florida. You know, when you see Walter Ray Williams' banner and realize that the greatest bowler in the world has bowled here in recent weeks, the Florida Scratch Bowlers Tour winner, we're so lucky to have him in Florida. He is still extremely active and obviously great. And I saw that banner go up yesterday, thinking, my God, man has 119 PBA victories, not counting non-victories like the Florida Scratch Tour, and probably another 100 across the board. He's probably won 250 scratch tournaments in his life. He is unstoppable at 60. Bowled great here 2 weeks ago. I don't know how he's doing in Clearwater, but I saw that Pete Weber was lighting him up in Clearwater. Looking for House Brown, Lisa. I don't see him. We should have him on. Let me see if I can find him. There he is. House Brown up there in the 30s, so we'll be able to watch House throw some shots tonight. Oh, it looks like we're missing 29 through 32. Yes, we are. Let me find out why. Let's see if I can find it, get that camera up for you folks. Just realized that. We'll see if we can get that corrected when I see my tech man, so bear with us. We'll get that straightened out. Bear with me. Larry. Bear with me, folks. We're going to get 29 through 32 up for you. Just give me a moment.
It's going to take 10 minutes. Good.
All right. Looks like we got everything up and running. Sorry about that little delay. That ought to be better for everybody. Sometimes we got to make a correction. You know how that is. Again, a real dogfight for the top 12. Keep in mind, 12th place is Lightning Strikes at 420, then Cape Coral Towing 423, Lehigh Lanes 425, Jive Turkeys 429. Leading is RG Strike Line 504. But the teams just out between 12th place at 420 points and 20th place is 407. So a lot of teams tonight that are not in. If they take 24 points, some of those teams are going to jump. Be real interesting next week during the position round. Bill Plunkin on. Hello, Bill. We are expecting a field of about 100 on Sunday, or Saturday, excuse me. We will be on the air at 11:30 Saturday, so We hope you all join us. All right, the action starts now. Here we go. Week 35. A lot of money at stake 2 weeks from tonight in that roll-off. Kent Lee's on. Hello, Kent. Welcome aboard, Kent. All this scoring that you see up there, folks, Kent Lee's went out and got at Cloverleaf Lanes in Fremont, California about 6 months ago. He went out there, helped take it all down in a bowling center that closed, put it on 18-wheelers, got it here, and installed it with Chris P. So our scoring units that you're watching ended their life in California in the Bay Area and started a new life here, Southwest Florida. Kent Lee's doing all that work. So again, we're just thrilled to have great scoring here. The Cubica scoring's fantastic. Ray Stevens getting ready right here. Paramount Residential Mortgage Group sponsoring our 9-pin note tap every month. Great sponsor. Having a good season. Had 2 or 3 300s this year. It's looking good. Starting off good. Beagle going thumbless tonight. See that? The lefty right there. He can go either way. Started deep inside tonight. Thumb out. And interestingly enough, he can't throw that ball. He's got a 2-finger ball and a 3-finger ball. He can't take his thumb out and leave that hole there. That's illegal. So he has to bring in a thumb hole ball and a 2-hole ball, 2 fingers only. Interesting. Years ago that would not be the case, but it is now. You take that thumb out, that ball has got a weight hole, and that is illegal. A lot of rain yesterday and today here. Boy, it was pouring. Good 4 or 5 inches of rain. We're not in the rainy season yet, but it was really coming down last night and early this morning. Oh yeah, he can put his thumb halfway, but he doesn't. When he that last shot he threw, his thumb is on the side of the ball, completely out. So at that point, it cannot have a thumb hole. Your thumb's got to be in it, at least partially in it. Snow in New York, Tom Irwin? No way. That's not fair. So you had rain over there in Mobile, did you, Lisa? Mobile on the Gulf. Pretty good bowlers right here. David Covington, Adam Zulke. Both watched the game of Adam Zulke, iRoof, and they're bowling RG. iRoof, a good team. Paul and Adam. Snow in Kenosha, Butch? Oh my God. It's crazy. Adam Zulke with a rip rack. And, wow, Donnie Schwartz with a messenger. Now, RG right here with Cassera, Bukowski, and Seymour pretty much led the league wire to wire. I don't believe they've ever been out of first place. And right now they have a 20-point lead over Seat to Table. That's the Stouffer-Alshire team, Lee Ratchet. They're not locked, though. You know, if they went, you figure 24-24, they could get knocked out of first. If Seat to Table goes 48-0, they would go around them. So, or 46-2, they could go around them. So it's not over yet. But they've got a commanding 20-point lead, and of course with Bukowski, and that is a strong team with Seymour, Schwartz, Bukowski, and Cassera. They can flat light them up, and they could very well be the number 1 seed in the 12-team roll-off. Now we're going to put the split screen on for everybody and just we'll cut the house in half and keep moving it. Amanda Marie, hello. Welcome aboard, Amanda. Nice to have you with us tonight. Got a very nice group of friends here with us. That number's rising. See how many we got on right now. Whoa, getting up there. Going to be a big weekend in that scratch event. I'll tell you that right now. The last scratch event, the $5,000 seat to table event, where Stouffer beat Chris Palazzi. Got 105,000 minutes, 4,000 views that Saturday. So I don't know if we'll have that many this Saturday, but it's going to be exciting. 8 games of qualifying, and it is a short pattern. I saw it yesterday. It's got a name. I've never seen anything like this pattern. I wish I could remember the name of it. It slips my tongue right now, but very short. Ton of oil up front. First 12 feet, I mean flooded. And then it really thins out. Shortstop to Ken, what is the name of that pattern? We were talking about it yesterday, Ken. It's got a funny name, and I can't think of it. What are they? It's weird looking. I mean, the first 12 feet, it's like an ice skating rink, and after that, who knows what it was. Going to be interesting watching. I can't wait. I've never seen anything quite like that before on a graph. I just can't think of the name of it, but it was unique, to say the least. Well, we'll have it out Friday night. Ryan. It's the Tower of Pisa pattern. Tower of Pisa coming out Friday night for the sweeper and Saturday. And it's wild looking on the graph. I've not seen anything like it. And I'm glad we're going to be bowling on something radically different. 8 games, who knows what's going to happen by the 8th game. Wouldn't surprise me if people would be playing throwing plastic. Who knows? Renee told me, you're right, Renee. Oh, Chris P calls it the dandelion. Or, yeah, okay, Ryan gave me the proprietor's shot. He got confused. Chris P calls it the dandelion. Whatever it is, it looked brutal. Of course, in the words of Glenn Allison, I didn't bowl 900 on a graph. I bowled it on a lane. But, or 2 lanes. But we'll find out. You all come aboard Friday night, and we'll see what we got here at Lightning Strikes. Should be very interesting. Oh, excuse me. Little sneezer here. Felt allergies coming out with all the rain the last couple of days. It's amazing. This time of year is allergy season for sure. Thank you, Carissa. Thank you, Renee. Yes. I got blessed for the sneeze. Thank you. See that RG team, very balanced all year long. Of course, Rakowski's just a great player, but the whole team just is dominated. But obviously, if you look at the standings, seed to table is 20 out. Bowlers with Attitude's 23 and a half. Back to my roots, 26. I don't think they can catch them. I think the only team that might catch them is seed to table. But the way RG got out of the chute right now, they could lock it up tonight. They could lock up number one seed tonight. And you could flat bet they want to. They bowl Baker in the roll-offs. Oops, Schwartz right there now with the first open, it looks like, for the team. You know, our scratch events, we've always used Kegel patterns every month. But this is Corey's tournament, Corey Hausman's tournament, Florida Scratch Bowler Tour, so he picks them. And obviously this is a Kegel pattern coming in. It'll be interesting Friday night in the sweeper to watch. Of course, it's only 4 games. You can imagine what it's going to be like in games 7 and 8. Oh my God, as much as this house breaks down, who knows where they're going to play. Well, we'll find out. Tonight, seed to table bowling, back to my roots, and that could be a problem for seed to table, being 20 out. Back to my roots could knock them out tonight. RG, I didn't realize that till I just saw it. RG could lock it up tonight, being that the teams in second and fourth are bowling each other. It's almost a position round right there. And Lee Ratchet bowled Stolfer for the title Sunday in the proprietors up at Treasure Lanes. Two teammates battling it out. Yeah, 30-year-old lane beds. Pretty old. Still scoring pretty good. You know, when you consider the topography, obviously we're built on sand. You know, a lot of people were 4 feet above sea level here. Not much. And still a pretty good scoring house. Not wide open, but, you know, decent. Stolfer averaging 247. He's the only bowler in the house over 240. A lot of guys in the middle 230s, high 230s. Stolfer last night, locked in, going into week 36 at almost 248 for the year. That is a great, great year. Cooper, I don't know the actual USBC policy, so I don't. I just don't get into it. I don't know. I just don't know that question, Cooper. Was Ryan the only one? That surprises me, Renee. I'd have figured a few of those house guys would have made it, but sometimes that's a lot of pressure. I only bowled the proprietors once, the year that I won it. The next year I didn't bowl it, 2002, and I never bowled it again. I never bowled leagues. You have to bowl 21 games in order to get in it. The old days when I was a kid, if you shot 300, they were there that night, certifying that lane. When I bowled 300 in the state tournament in '67, in the second game of the team event, the third game, team event was over, they were out there. They were out there on those lanes. And weighing the pins, back then they weighed the pins. Imagine that. Long time ago. All right, we're going to start moving the cameras a little now, and Eddie Cox on 6 in a row, looks like. Yes, that's the truth. When the night that Allison bowled 900, he had 570 the first set, went out and got to the trunk of the car and got the new ball and bowled 900 with it. And I saw that ball 6 weeks later at Hall of Fame Lanes in Canton, Ohio, in late August of '82. He walked in the door. There was 70 of us in line greeting him. Everybody stood in line. And he came in, got a standing ovation, and everybody went through the line, and he shook hands with everyone. And the next morning, I weighed that ball in, put a mill hole in it, and weighed it in, held it. And I had pictures. I don't know where the hell they are, but I had pictures of me and Glenn with that ball. That when I got inducted into the Hall of Fame April 29th of 2019, I have pictures of me and Glenn from he was there that Hall of Fame evening. And when they announced him, you know, they announced every Hall of Famer and they made you walk across the whole front of the banquet room to your, and you had then walk to your table. He got the loudest roar, and he had a walker, and he got the loudest roar of anybody there that night. And there were some heavy hitters: Mike Albee, Dave Husted, Barry Asher, Pete Thomas, Chris Barnes, Mika, Dave Sutar, Judy, lots of heavy hitters. About 30 Hall of Famers there on the men's side, about another 30 on the ladies' side. But when they announced him, there was a roar. And a charter member up in his 90s now, charter member, one of the original 33, still several left. Bob Strampy, Harry Smith, Carmen Salvino, Glenn Allison, still with us. A few others, I believe. I think Carl Richards is still with us in his 90s, way up there in his 90s, 95, 96 years of age. And unbelievable. Here's Joe Smith, who's been working on my bus on Sundays, a diesel mechanic. Helped me last Sunday tremendously. Coming back this Sunday morning to do some work. Nice man. Saved me a bundle. I can't add it up. Cannot add up what he saved me. Hope he strikes every ball. Attaboy, Joe. No Litchy kiss. Yes. Thank you. Imagine I put the camera on him, he goes Greek church. Okay, so we got two bowlers with 8 in a row. We got Andy Cox on 23 and 4. And looks like Mike Smith right here with the Hooters team And just so you understand where Hooters is, they're leading. That's the team with Joe Smith, Mike Smith right there. They are leading the league for the second 18-week segment, and for the year-to-date, the Hooters team is in 14th, 4 points out of 12. So this is a big game for them. They want to get out of the chute with a lot of pins, win the game, and obviously win team total. Big game for them right now, especially with one of their bowlers 90 in the 7th. They do have a 100-pin lead. They're very fortunate. 3 bowlers bowling very well. Looks like they're going to shoot about 750 for those 3. And 1 bowler shooting 150. So, but it's a team game, and here's Mike Smith for number 9 right now. Wait a minute. Almost. Okay. Not quite. Mike Smith with 40 USBCs, incidentally. 40. That's a big number. Let's go to 23 and 4 now. 40 straight. Oh, Couch first, Haugen second, Barnes third, Rakoskis fourth. Wow. And Haggett. Couch leading. He looked great here. I said it a month ago. I said he's been practicing. You could tell. You could just see it in his face. He really wanted it. And when I interviewed him, I said to him, you look motivated like you want it. He said he did. He missed last year. You know, he was a rookie, didn't have a chance to bowl. And here he is now leading his second tournament in his home area, right? He's from Claremont. So from Claremont over to Clearwater, maybe 50 miles tops, 60 miles. Haugen in second. Great player, off to a great start. And no Walter Ray. Isn't that interesting? And here goes Andy Cox for number 9. Boy, that looked pretty good off his hands. See that? Just a little quick. Looked like he really threw it good, but it just never recovered. The Hooters team's going to take game 1. That's what they wanted. They want to get out and shoot and jump right on them. Get the game points. Let's see how many games they're going to win here. They're going to win. They're going to go 5-1 this game, which is great. That's where they want to be. So that's a good start. Might not win the bottom game though. Now that Joe opened and Phil's got a triple, so that could be a problem. about Francois Lavoie winning 3 checks this year for 100,000? 3 checks. That's a first in the world of bowling. I believe he is the first bowler, and I don't know if I'm right, but think about this for a minute, to win 3 checks of 100,000 or more in 3 events. That might be an interesting trivia question there. Three checks of 100. I made 105 years in my career. He made 101 week, 50 years later. And 102 more times after that. So this year, in the 3 tournaments, he made 300 grand. He made more than Harry Smith did in his career. Harry Smith, the original Tiger, still with us, 90 years old in Akron. This Harry the Tiger Smith. Rakoskis advance. He's tough, Dennis Rakoskis. Does not bowl any stops other than Florida. I think he's a USBC Eagle winner. He's a good bowler. I think he won a doubles Eagle one year, if I'm not mistaken. Him and Milton or Kreitz or somebody. They won a doubles Eagle. Yeah, they got a lot of money for Petraglia, Walter, up there in Clearwater. Here we got him 5,000, and I know he went up there, and John Laspina's crew. John Laspina, wonderful, wonderful man. Best of friends with Petraglia for 56 years. Used to own Maple Lanes in Brooklyn, where John grew up. So he's bowling in a bowling center where the owner of Countryside in Clearwater owned the bowling center that Johnny Petraglia grew up in as a kid. A lot of people don't know that. That's why Laspina has Johnny's tournament there in Clearwater. You'd wonder what the connection is, being that Johnny was from Brooklyn and then New Jersey. But Laspina, originally from Brooklyn, moved to Florida many years ago, and John and Laspina have known each other since they were kids. Isn't that nice? Proprietor inviting a living legend and naming the tournament after him. My dear friend and teammate. Let's get some close-ups here now. See who's doing what. Looks like Seat to Table did win that game. No, they lost that game. Look, 9-14 to 9-21. Wow. Look at that game, folks. Stouffer with 58, Evan with 48. So it looks like Seat to Table lost a game here. And if you'll notice, Seat to Table right here, Back to My Roots was the winner there. Seat to Table way down in this segment, but in the top 12 for the year, Back to My Roots is 10 behind Seat to Table and got the jump on them in game one. That's interesting. Big night for them. It looks like RG is going to lock in. And with Seat to Table losing, RG now one step closer. And it could be settled tonight. They could be the league leader going into next week if they can have a 25-point lead over Seat to Table. They were 20. They just picked up maybe a couple, so they could be 22 ahead. Interesting. They could sew it up tonight. We'll be keeping our eye on that. Now in game two. Yeah, that one rolled out, Cooper. You got a good eye. That ball checked up about 3 feet in front of the pocket. Dead stopped. No energy to 6 laid in the flat. A little too much surface. Not enough tilt. Checked up. And Rob Thor on. Hello, Rob Thor. Welcome aboard, brother. Let's watch the great Billy Seymour right here. Billy now the GM of this center. Trey Michalanic right there, sponsor of our 5-game handicap event. Sponsored 6 of those in a row. Lisa Michelle's back. In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm back. I'll be back, Lisa. I'll be back, Lisa. I'm going to say hello to you folks from Martha's Vineyard in June. I'm going to send out some shares and put a little something on my cell phone from Martha's Vineyard. Supposedly, I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but supposedly when I'm there, there is a very well-known person that bowls in this bowling center, and I'm trying to get a invite to when this gentleman bowls with his wife, and he's a lefty, and he's very famous. I can't tell you his name because none of you will believe me, but I'm hoping to drill him a ball and give him a lesson. From what I understand, he doesn't have his own ball, which is ridiculous. Well, we'll see. Hasta la vista, baby. Lisa Michelle, I need lessons. Ray Sansavuada, Woonsocket, Rhode Island. My good friend Ray throws the ball great. Whoa, this broke it down there. Got lucky. That 710 was staring him in the face there. Don't forget, Friday night we'll be on the air at 6:30 for the 4-gamer with the Dandelion shot. And Saturday we will be on the air at 11:30 for 8 games of qualifying. And then a 5-man step ladder. It's a long day. This league has had 2 shots. We had a house shot out the first 18, and we waited because, you know, we didn't want to change it at 18 before 18 weeks because we paid 2 halves. And then this shot has been out the second 18. This one's a little higher scoring, although there have been some nights where, again, they look a little spotty. Chris P. has done a great job this year with the lane machine maintenance, and there was 1 or 2 weeks he had a problem with it, where parts went down, and you know that works. You got a $35,000 machine and no extra parts. You got to go to your old machine, and that's an issue. But we're lucky because Kegel's only 140 miles from here. So what Robert did is he bought a second flex machine. So now we have two. So if one goes down, we can either take the parts out of the other one or just flop the new one in. We have two identical flex machines here, which is very rare that you'd see a bowling center with $80,000 worth of lane machines. But here we have that. Very unique. And we got rid of the old one and traded it in towards the new one. So we have two flex machines now. Bolter walkers. Kent Leaves would know, right, Kent? Ken's got the inside line of what's going on in here with scoring and lane machines and patterns. That's Chris P's buddy right there. That's the dynamic duo, Kent and P. Kent P. Hey, Joe, how are you?
Good. I'll bring a bunch of
You know, an amazing league. Bowlers as far north as Bradenton, Preston Willis. As far east is Lake Placid, Joe Lassick. As far south as Naples. So I would say from Naples to Bradenton, you're talking about 120. Bradenton to Lake Placid, got to be 100. So we're got bowlers from quite a large area bowling in this league. Very honored that many of them have decided to bowl with us here this year. Butch Smith, just remember now, when Frank bowls bad, Debbie calls him the Detroit choke. When he bowls good, he's the Detroit stroke. And when I'm talking, it's the Detroit joke. So, the Detroit stroke and the Detroit joke. And again, this is a big game for seed to table, because if they lose this one to back to my roots, RG Strike Line could literally be the leader going to next week's position round, which again is very interesting because they could play the strategy of who they want to beat or who they don't want to beat. If they have a 25-point lead going into next week, they can literally place a team in second that they want in second. And that can happen. They might decide who they want to bowl against by winning or losing. what a position that is. You're locked in. It's a position round, but you don't have to win. Whoa, Scott Cobb shredding that rack on a half-10 hit. There's great Baranecki. Baranecki bowled very well last week in the proprietors event. Went to Kegel, did some work. And now Stouffer probably finishing these next 2 weeks his greatest season in leagues and for tournament play. I believe 5 tournament wins since last August, and 3 here, and 1 at Treasure Lanes and 1 in Tavares. Just a great year for him. Watch Ryan Waddell throw this ball right here. A Litchy kiss. Who didn't know that? Sorry, Renee, I didn't mean it. Can you imagine that? I put the camera on him, and there it is. 7-2. It's like clockwork. Yeah, that ball's way too strong, Cooper. You hit the nail on the head there. He's got to overswing it. Then it eases up. It just jumps. Too much cover, too much core. My friend Joe Panko, so good to have you back with us, Joe. Hope you get out of there soon and get back to your beautiful home. Weeks. I can't believe I'll be spending my birthday in Connecticut on May 17th. It will be the first time that I have been in Connecticut on my birthday in a long time. Could be a long time. 23 years? Yeah, I think so. think the last time I was in Connecticut was my 49th birthday. Oh my God, what happened? Going to be fun with my son and my granddaughter who's graduating Roger Williams University on May 21st. Going to see my wife Ann's beautiful granddaughter Caitlin get her college degree. She's going to grad school. Yeah, that ball's way too strong. That thing just cut right through the oil. Got a ball down. And going back to 15 and 16, if you'll notice right now, RG clean after 4 frames, and if they are 11 and 1 or 10 and 2 after this one, seat to table could be in a lot of trouble. They could lock it up tonight. Every shot is really big in this circumstance because, you know, if you lose a point to your opponent, and keep in mind, seat to table has to stay within 24, and if they bowl RG next week, they got to sweep them. Virtually impossible. They've got to beat them 24-0 if they're 24 points out. So, right now, RG in a great position. If they can get 25 ahead after tonight, they're a lock. They can't lose even if they forfeit and don't show. Yes, I did send you those pictures, Joe. I mailed those to you the next day. You should be getting them. I'm kind of surprised you didn't get them. They were mailed to you, promise. I got them out. I'm kind of surprised you didn't get them. Let's see, they were mailed Friday or Saturday, one or the other. Now, I don't remember which day. It's either Friday or Saturday. Dan, it's been a very long season for this league. Keep in mind, when COVID came in, the league did not quit. So I think the league ended on August 8th, and started August 22nd. So this league literally has been bowling all but 1 week since, I believe, the beginning of last June, middle of June, somewhere in there. This league has had 1 week off, literally, in a year. They got to be just wanting to get out of here. I can understand that. That is a lot. Probably one of the few leagues in the United States that actually had that scenario where COVID knocked them out for 10 weeks, but they continued. So they ended the first week of August, started the third week of August, and had to pick up the 10 weeks in June and July. End of May. That's how it worked. Unbelievable. Let's watch Ryan Williams now on the first 8. And we're going to go to 21-2, where we've got big scores there as well. There it is, 9 in a row for the young two-hander. Fine house for you, Lisa. House bowling pretty good. Triple spare triple. Let's stay right here and watch some shots. Wow. Haugen defeated Barnes 300 to 289. What is that? That is might be the second highest score ever bowled. Well, we see Goebel beat Duke 296 to 280. Wow. 589? That's crazy. We got a lot of big strings here now. We're going to watch this first right here with Brian Sullivan, who really throws the ball nice. Watch Brian Sullivan's game. One of the best games in the house. Not bowling well this year, had a knee issues, but you watch his physical game right here. It's a beautiful, beautiful stroke. Watch this. Oh, yeah. That was pure. Get over there. Nope. All right. I miss. I'll get him back, Lisa. I wanted to watch these guys that all have a chance for 300, Sweetie Pie. I'll get him back. I just want to get the 300 shooters up there. It's always fun to watch them. And Stouffer coming up on 8 in a row here. Seems like we've watched that all year. And Seat the Table could be in a lot of trouble right now. And they are in a lot of trouble. And RG is bowling great. They might have a chance to sew it up tonight. We're going to watch Ryan Williams coming up after Stouffer on 17 and 18. Let's watch Stouffer throw this one. And now Ryan Williams, young boy here on 9 in a row. Stouffer's got 9 in a row. Some big scores here. That looks pretty good. No! Didn't make the turn. Okay. And Rakoski with 7 in a row like it's nothing. And right now, that team is in great position to lock up the #1 seed going into next week, regardless of what they bowl in the position round. Seat the Table in a lot of trouble, and it looks like they can open it up to more than 24 points, and they're locked in at that point. That's very rare in a league that's this competitive, where you have a team run away like that, to where in week 36 they're more than 24 ahead. That was not the case last year, not even close. But this year, when they put Rakoski in for Donnie Schwartz Sr., that was a big, big difference. RG bowled well last year, but Donnie Schwartz Sr., is a good bowler. But Rakoski, other than Stouffer's next best in the association right now. Some people still think he's the best. And at that point, RG just looked unbeatable. And they have been all year. There, Lisa, we'll leave this on here. House bowling good again this week. Had 300 last week. Got a chance here for 278. And House Brown. Lisa Michelle going, yes, Hoss. Always nice to have big scores. Now we'll watch Rakoski. Stouffer missed. He left a 10 pin. No, Stouffer's coming up next. Sorry. That was somebody else that missed. No Litchi kiss. Rakoski light there. See that? They look in great shape now to really, they could be, let's see, 1, 2, 3. They could be 11-1 and seed the table. What do they got? They lost 1. They lost 2. They won game 3. Looks like they've got some total wood where they're ahead, but they might be in a lot of trouble. They cannot afford to lose 4 points or it's over. In other words, if RG beats them by 5 points, it's over. If RG goes 23-1 and they go 18 points, it's over. Whoa, see that messenger, unbelievable. Well, see, that could have cost him the game too. If Baranecki strikes, nope. Boy, he had him right there too. 902, 920, let's see, 927. I think they might have won the game. Baranecki could have shut him out there. Went through the nose, let's see what Stouffer gets here. Looks like they might have lost this game, and if they did, (914, 927), they lost again. So it looks now like RG might have locked it up. Wow. What a looks like RG is going to be 11-1. Is that possible? Let's see. They're winning there. They're winning there. They're losing there. They're winning there. They could be 10-2. And seat to table might be 3-9 or 4-8. Wow, it could be over. Unbelievable. All right, we'll check back in a little bit. Move the scores around here. We're gonna watch House Brown and Ice Martinez finish real big here. House Brown with a big 268 in game two, and Ice Martinez can go out for 290 right behind them. Watch the plastic cannon. That ball doesn't get by his left leg. Watch it. Watch. It stays right there. It hangs, and it strikes. That leaves a 7. The plastic cannon, the ball does not get by the left leg. Wow. You might not ever see that again with a guy this good. Amazing. I don't know what it is, but it's an amazing ball. It's definitely urethane. I mean, that's not resin. And it's old. It's very old. Everything he's got is old. I mean, those Visiballs are old. That Black Widow spare ball's old. He doesn't buy any resin. There it is. 269, making it look easy. So we're now in game 3. And I'm going to go down and get the RG strike line points in a moment and the seed to table points in a moment, because if I'm right, I think RG locked it, but I want to double check. They might have put the locker on it, and that is big money to be seeded number 1 versus 2 when you drop to 3. There's big money at stake in them first 2 or 3 spots. So Robert Kaminsky. Hello, Robert. Welcome aboard. Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah, you could say that. I'll be right back. I'm going to check the RG points. Bear with me. Okay, here's the situation. RG strike line is 10-2. Seat to table is 6-6. Therefore, it's simple. Right now, RG strike line has a 24-point lead going into game 3. If they went 5-1 and seat to table went 4-2, it's over. All right? That's how close it is. So, they are 24 ahead going into game 3. This is exciting. 1 week before the position round, because they can end up bowling them next week. And if they're 25 ahead, they could go 0-24 and still lead the league. What a bonus that is. That is a bonus. Ten-2 to 6-6. RG and Seed. Jason Couch won 278 to 260. Wow. And the game before, Haugen goes 300, 289, 278, 260 the next game. Couch looked great here, when he bowled a month ago. Stouffer beat him 535 to 524. Couch gets to that title match against Chris Polizzi, whose thumb blew out on him. So Stouffer gets one less strike. Couch one more. Couch is in the title match here, last month's scratch event. He bowled well here last week. He just, the left side was a little tougher. Only 2 lefties made it out of 32. But it looks like he got locked in there at Clearwater. I'm glad for him. Imagine waiting a year, turned 60 last year and could never bowl, or 50, excuse me, could never bowl. That's really a tough break. Had to wait a year, but he did wait, and he got the win. He's always been an extremely determined player. Very determined. Those are big scores there, Clemmer. Haugen goes 560 the last 2, none to win. Isn't that amazing? It's a lot of striking. Looks like it was a Dutch 260. So he had 21 strikes his last 2 games and didn't win the title. That's what it looks like if it is a Dutch. Yep, 280 for 2. Second week in a row, he's second. He loses to Couch. He loses to Williams. He bowls 2 title matches. And no doubt he'll be there at the Villages too. I mean, the guy's a thoroughbred. You don't run out of gas, I'll tell you what. He's in fantastic shape. Not an ounce of fat on him. Looks the same way he did 10 years ago. Michael Haugen, my son's sponsor. How about that, huh? Haugen, the sponsor of my kid for 15 years. What is that? What kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? A pug. Beautiful. Beautiful baby. How old is that dog?
It's somebody else's dog. It's not mine.
Oh, it's like her.
Yeah, we stole
That's a
it.
baby.
I stole it. It's Scott Cobb's dog.
That's a baby.
No, it's 10 weeks old.
10 weeks. Beautiful dog. Geo. Wow. Don't forget, folks, Friday night, live at 6:30, Saturday live at 11:30 for the inaugural Florida Scratch Bowlers Tour event here at Lightning Strikes. Corey Hausman ready to go. We're about 75 entries going in today. We got a shot at 100, $1,500 added money. This is a great event, a great new association formed by Corey right before COVID started, and he's knocking them dead. Bowlers love his events, and he's found another home here at Lightning. Got his banners up already. Just wonderful young man. All the champions banners hanging there for this weekend's bowlers. Not all of them will be here. Of course, I doubt Walter Ray will be here. He's got to bowl the villages. But it's going to be a lot of fun watching some great talent. Let's check out Seat to Table now and see what they're doing. And they are in a dogfight. They are 6-6. And RG is 10-2. So terrible. That's unbelievable. Despicable. We got 2 weeks to go. I'm done. Enough. I'm not mad. I'm just tired. I bought a spec dog. I got a spec dog. Going up to the windows. Got 4 places. Make $75 an hour. With my friends. Tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm going to stay in Martha's Vineyard in June for a month on the vineyard. Take the barge over. Live in a bowling center. There's a 10-laner there. My friend owns it. You can stay all you want. And I'm going to stay in Wayne Prairie's December to May in Brooksville. Not going to work. I'm done. I'm tired. Fantastic. Enough's enough.
Keep in touch.
Yeah, I'm going to sneak down here. Danny Hyam said I could come down and stay at his house occasionally. I come in here when I get a little bored, you know. But tired, beat up, want to rest and be my own boss. I went 2 years with the proprietors. I'm 60 in the last 72 months. I don't like it. I want to be my own boss. I was better when I was self-employed. What's that?
Is that you? That's what you're.
I can do. I got a very low overhead. I got no bills. I own the RV. I got no expenses. I got money in the bank. I got good Social Security. It's time. So I just want to slow down. This was good, but after 2 years, I've lost the desire. It's tiring. It's tiring.
Really good, and you let me know when you wind up. Like once you get there, let me know.
Yeah, I'll be posted on Facebook. I'm going to spend June on the vineyard. I will. I'm glad you. I'm glad that Ricky told me I was steaming. So that ain't right. Sorry, that ain't right.
You look. You don't long enough to like. I don't get mad about stuff.
I don't know how you couldn't get mad about that. I mean, Freddie getting hit, 18 grand. I mean, come on, you don't deserve that. You
I mean, I can't send my kid away to college because I can't afford it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he's earned it. He's earned these scholarships for bowling, but I can't send him because it's going to cost him $10,000 a year. He can send his kids, but now we don't pay enough for the shit that he's supposed to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just.
Well, I'm glad you said it'll help you. I hope so.
But all you got right now.
All right. Good luck.
Amen. You too.
All right, let's watch RG now and see the table. Keep in mind, this is a big game for both teams. Right now, RG in total command over Iroof with Paul Zulke. The way it works for seed the table is, oh boy, look at that game. They are in a lot of trouble. Look at Lee Ratson shooting 180. And Mike Alshire shooting 180. And Gary Seward shooting 190. They are in a lot of trouble. And all they got to do is take one less point this game than RG, and it's over. And that is amazing because RG literally led wire to wire. Alshire's got to be disappointed. You could tell. I mean, they know they've got to sweep this game to have any kind of a chance. And right now they're getting buried. And right here, with Seymour and Donnie Schwartz bowling well against 1, 2, 3 opens against 1 open with 2 4-baggers. They are in great shape right now. Seymour with an electronic messenger. Let's go to the high end of the house and watch House Brown and Ice for Lisa. Go to 29 and 30 right here. We still have a big string going. It's Michael Boyd, who has bowled very well this year. Whoa, what was that? 4 and the 10 at the same time falling. Did you see that? The 4 and the 10 breaking down. So now Donnie Schwartz and Seymour carrying the team. We'll go back to seat the table because this is late now. Keep in mind. Wow. And look at this. They are in. Look at this. It's over, folks. Check this out. Look at Gary Seward opening again. And Alshire with another open. Started with a double. Backed it up with 3 opens. Unless he makes this. And double would, forget it. So he's shooting a $160. And it looks to me like we have a champion of 36 weeks, RG Strike Line, right there with Daniel Gacera, Billy Seymour, Donnie Schwartz, and the great John Rakoski will bowl one game in 2 weeks for the league title. Does not make any difference what they do unless there's a total collapse here by back to my roots, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Ratchin still giving them some chance, but still not out of the wood. We'll watch Rakoski here. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll wait. You never know. Anything, one team throws 4 opens in a row and everybody strikes out, the whole thing changes. They've got to go, to have any kind of a chance, they've got to go 4-2 in the last game. And right now, if you look at what they got, they'll get a win in the first one with Lee bowling the blind. But after that, they're not winning any games. So Stouffer is beating Baranecki. If they go 2-4, all RG has got to do is go 3-3 and it's over. Whoa! Stouffer talking to him. All right. So he is giving them a chance for team total. They've got to win the game. So they're going to lose. Well, we don't know yet. It could be a 3-3. It's going to be exciting. Let's go down to high end. We'll come back. Watch House Brown and Ice Martinez for Lisa. We'll come right in on them here. Just tell the fatigue in the bowlers, keep this in mind. They have bowled every week but one in this league, I believe, since the beginning of June. I'm going to try and get a statistic next week, but I think they came back somewhere around the end of May, beginning of June, missed 1 week in August, and been bowling ever since. How's that one? That is a lot of weeks, folks. That's 36. That's like 46 of 47 weeks. That's crazy. 46 of 47. It could very well be the stat. I will have it next week, but I have a feeling it's somewhere in that area, and that's exhausting. 46 of 47 Wednesdays. I don't think anybody would want to bowl a summer league after this. Take the summer off and have a life. And I've live streamed every one of them. I have not missed a live stream in this league ever. So it's 37 and 35. I went 72 Wednesdays, other than the COVID break. So it's been a long run. Been a long run. Oh, God help me.
You like it?
Yes.
You like it? But I'm your daddy, bitch.
Yes, I know.
Love you though.
All right, let's see. So Lee lost. Look at that. Lee lost. Needed the second one in the 10th for a win. Second bowler lost. They're losing team game. It is over. And Tyler is drilling Allshire. Look at that. So they win there. It is over. RG strike line, the number 1 seed. It is official. There's 3 bowlers have won, plus team game. That's 5 points. And there it is. Unless they could pull out the game, but I don't see it happening. I'm going to take a real close look at it, but I believe it's over. Let's see. 7, 36 is 43. 43 and... I see it. 43 and 90. It's over. There's a 130 pin lead. That's it. RG the winner. RG will be seeded number 1. Does not have to win a point next week. Unofficial, of course. But I have to say, to lead this league by that much, as competitive as the league is, for 35 weeks to where you do not have to bowl week 36 is a great, great performance. RG strike line. Rakoski, Casera, Seymour, and Schwartz now 1 game away from the league title. And a well-deserved summer off. Stouffer putting it out over there, but it's a little too late. And there it is. It's just a great, great performance. All year long. Stouffer leading both leagues Tuesday and Wednesday in average. 248 in one, 238 in the other. 248 Tuesdays, 238 Wednesdays. Very good scoring season with our new flex machine. We brought that in right at the start of this season last August, and very consistent all year. And again, I'm sure I can echo the feelings of every participant in this league that we want to certainly thank Alfie Oaks and Robert Eddy of Oaks Farms for doing something for bowling, quite frankly, that I've not seen in my life. $20,000 added to this league by a local business, unheard of in the world of bowling today. Obviously the most amount of money added to any league in this country. I firmly believe that. I don't know if Detroit or Chicago or Milwaukee's got one, but they might be the only ones that have any chance of somebody putting up more money than that. 20,000 added. Last year, 13. In 2 league seasons, 33,000 added. Just an enormous amount of money for local leagues. I mean, that's the kind of money you see added to tournaments, not leagues. And I know that all of you appreciate that and have watched every week. And of course, in 2 weeks, I will call the action. And then let the cat out of the bag, if you will. What a year. Just exciting. Watching Stouffer, Altman, Baranicki, some of the new younger players, especially Altman. What a great year for that young man. Daniel Casera in the Audi League winning 10 Audis. David Stouffer knocking on the door at 250 on Tuesdays. And Ryan Tamburino's 875 in this league the night that he subbed on 7 and 8. Our Wednesday action was fantastic. Watching Rhino Page bowl Brad Stewart. Jason Duran out of Colorado coming in bowling well here. We really had a great season. Don Barrett winning our February event. Sean Maldonado our March event. David Stouffer the April event. Or excuse me, Dom in January, Sean in February, and then David in the March event, our scratch events. And having 2 U.S. Open winners bowl here with Page and Barrett. Brian Robinson bowling here, who bowled very well his last 3 events in Reno. The Masters U.S. Open and this past weekend bowled very well in a regional. B-Rob coming alive a little bit for sure. And it's just been a lot of fun with all of you. And watching our beautiful center become beautiful. Check it out. Look how nice this place looks. From a dingy, antiquated, new scoring, new floors, new tables, chairs, ball returns and tables up front, facing around our front desk, ceilings painted, all new tiles, lights, new booth that I'm in. And it's been a great year for all of us here. This is a different view here, isn't it? Pretty cool up here in the booth. This is the view I've had for the last 2 months. It's really been wonderful. And as you can see in our monitors and scoring, it's just been absolutely a treat.
Good night, Larry.
Good night, David. And there's RG Strike Line right there with Danny Gacera. They are the tournament leaders that will bowl one game for the Oaks Farms Championship in 2 weeks. They locked it up. Ten and 2. It looks like they had about a 21-3 or a 20-4. They just ran away tonight, and just bowled like this all year. This was a great team right from the start. I kind of felt the minute Rakowski took Donnie Sr.'s place that they were going to be a major factor. And when they brought him in, you know, they replaced a man averaging 180 with somebody averaging 230, and that's the difference. He was the different player on the team from last year, and there it is. They get total, and they win 1, 2, 4, and that's it. They lock it up. And Seed got close, but they did not get enough. I want to double check just to make sure. I want to double check the scores just to make sure I'm right. Yes, it is official, ladies and gentlemen. It is official. RG Strike Line leading the league going into the position round next week by 27 or 28, 29 points, somewhere in there. So it's over. Only 24 are available next week. Let me double check. That's it, it's theirs. They took 20 points tonight. Seed to table took 9. So next week, regardless of what happens, they can go 0-24 and still be seeded number 1 in the step ladder in 2 weeks. Fantastic. Great performance for some really fine bowlers. And Joe Smith's on 27-8 right here, working on my RV. I brought him a little luck tonight, huh? Great mechanic. Helped me with my shifter and my ignition. Getting the RV ready for the trip north. Attaboy, Joe. I always felt you could find them all in a bowling center. You want a lawyer, you'll find one. A carpenter, a carpet layer, a sheetrocker, a diesel mechanic. Not too many doctors. They play golf. But bowling centers have so many people walking in the door. Find a lawyer or two. Definitely some policemen, firemen, right? All kinds of people. Everyone's done, Lisa Michelle. That's it. It's called Turn Out the Lights. Great bowling, Bill. Congratulations. Yeah, you're locked in. Yo, Hoss. What are you doing, Hoss? Use a 14-pound ball? You're getting old. I'll throw a 12. Really? With 14 pounds? Well, you get a little more zip on it, right? You can hit it harder, it's lighter. Well, yeah, that's important. You don't want the body aching. Because sometimes they're a little too heavy, that's why. Yeah, oh yeah, I know.
It's coming to get plus. My eyes are fixed and I got the right glasses.
Yeah, I had cataract surgery. I know. It's nice to see.
Well, see with the other glasses, the left one was a little too strong because I got them before the cataract.
Yeah.
So if I wore them too long, I'd get a little disoriented.
Yeah. I was dead blind in the right eye. It's horrible. I couldn't read the pin setter numbers. I couldn't read 19 and 20 in front of me with this right eye. I can read it now. These glasses are a little.
I will talk to you.
All right, Jay. See you next week. There's Chuck Rucker, who used to own the store here. Tyler Altman Evan, and there's Jay Rucker, his uncle. Longtime bowlers, the Rucker family, and there's the two kids. Tuesday Tyler and Evan. And obviously, I think there's a lot of relief. No action tonight, Dougie. I'm going home. If there is, I'm still going home. I've been tired. There's a lot of relief, I think, in everybody's faces. This was, believe me when I tell you, to pick it up around the beginning of June, get to the first week of August, finish it, then take 1 week off, and then go 35 more. No, bowling wasn't supposed to be that way. They have bowled every Wednesday night, but one, I believe, since last June. So you can see the relief, and I feel it myself. It's knocked me out. I'm taking a rest, believe me, a long one. And it's only so much time you can spend in a bowling center, and for a lot of us, not only employees but league bowlers that bowled 2-3 leagues here, this one was tough. It's the first time in my 60 years that I saw a league go 45 or 46 weeks. It's a lot. So just feel the relief with everybody. A great weekend starting, though, this Friday night. Thank you, the Curtis family. Yeah, for me, it's been wonderful, but some other things are going to be happening pretty quick. Again, what a prize fund. $80,000 prize fund. 144 bowlers, 80,000. Monster prize fund in this league. Again, it's a men's league. There was some talk they might open it up to some women next year, which I think they should. We've got some really great women bowlers here locally. Carissa Robson, Chrissy Stewart, several other young ladies that throw the ball very well that could easily get in this league and hold their own. So we'll see if the league votes it in. That might happen. I don't know. Hard to say. But again, another great night for bowling. And we're just about finished up. Ray Stevens' team on 25-6, finishing it up right here. As far as the second half goes, Hooters is still in the lead. They've got a 2-point lead over Bowlers with Attitudes, but they took 19 tonight, and Hooters got into the top 12. They were 4 points out. They were in 14th, so now they're in the top 12 by winning this second half, incidentally, which is some pretty good money. They move into the top 12. That's the Joe Smith team, Mike Smith. So next week is a big, big week for a lot of teams, especially for the second half when you look at Hooters, Bowlers with Attitudes, Team with Brunswick. Those three all can win the second half, and Team Brunswick is in the top 12. Hooters got into the top 12, and Bowlers with Attitudes are in the top 12. But this is big for Hooters because before this second half started, they were nowhere near the top 12, and now they're in. That's that Joe Smith team that I was talking about earlier. They're down there checking the scores out. So next week, a big week in the position round. Tim Flynn says, who cares? Well, some people care. Anyways, it's going to be a great week. Next Wednesday evening, we will be on the air at 6:30. It's the position round, week 36 of the Oaks Farms Premier League. Again, no 800s tonight, no 300s. It's a night where we did not see big scores. We saw some, of course, but nothing like previous weeks. No 800s, no 3s. Next week I will have prize funds for the second half as well as the top 12 teams that will be bowling 2 weeks from tonight. Evan. know what first place is? You know what first place is? Like the team, the top 12. Oh.
About the money or the team?
Right there, right there. 504. No, the money.
Oh, money?
John, you don't know what first place is, do you? For the league? We will have the prize funds for all of you next week. We'll try to get that on the screen for you all, and that's going to be it for the night. Keep in mind, we'll be on the air Friday night at 6:30 for the 4-game sweeper, Saturday at 11:30 for the Florida Scratch Boulder Tour inaugural event here at Lightning Strikes. Corey Hausman coming in. This will be the first time we've hosted one of his tournaments. Got a lot of banners out there of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 different champions, if you'll notice. Banners already hung. Corey brought them in yesterday, so we'll have everything ready for you Saturday. Thank you again so much. On behalf of Robert Eddy and our staff, we're going to call it a night. See you Friday night at 6:30. Thank you all again so much. And as usual, I want to wish all of you a lot of good luck and good bowling